It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with the defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. The way to do that than by being able to get after him, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can cause havoc in the pocket for this quarterback, it's going to go a long way towards slowing down what's been a very good offense.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
We had a couple of his games early in his career, and of course, all the way to his days back in college, his athleticism jumps off the screen. But Mike, these last couple years, his development as a true passer, his ability to operate from the pocket, that's what's really taken his game to this MVP level. And tell you what, we didn't think there was a lot more things that he could do on a football field, and it seems like every year he's proven otherwise.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. Slot receiver headed right. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On play action, here's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They get 25 on that connection. First down, Baltimore.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Play action now. Jackson. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. To the air one more time with Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. That's 17 yards, and that's a first down.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Hopkins sent in motion. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line. Now, following the run, they is a bit shaken up. It's back at the 8 now for second and goal. Jackson gonna keep it himself, and he will do it himself. He's in. Lamar Jackson, touchdown Baltimore. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
Tua now on 3rd down. He runs with it. They get 24 on that one. First down, Miami.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Tua now on 1st down. That's caught by Smith on the right side. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. In motion, it's Waddle. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down forthcoming. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
His defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. Tylan Wallace deep for Baltimore. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Got room at the 30, and he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
One of the tight ends motions right. A 1st down throw for Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's out of bounds in great shape down at the 15-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to let go. He is taken down. Jalen Phillips that time in there for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This from 30 yards out. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will extend to a 10-0 lead. So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Here's 1st and 10. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points. Well, has been the case this entire first half for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action, it's Tua. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are on the board. It's now 10-3. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Justice Hill to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
The key to this play here, Mike, is the anticipation of the snap. Watch how he's able to time the center, and when that ball moves, he hits it. Gets through into the backfield, and he brings the quarterback down before the receivers even got out of their breaks.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They send him right out of the slot. 2nd down, Jackson. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here comes 3rd and 6. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Ravens out front. And we're back to South Florida after this. Third and 6. To throw is Jackson. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A pass pulled in by Henry. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Lamar going to work from the pistol. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Henry. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Baltimore.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this 1st half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, Jackson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's going to run it.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Jackson. There he goes again. And he will get into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
The extra point is good. And the Ravens move out in front by the score of 17-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Jason Sanders on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. he's able to pick up a positive play.
They face 2nd down and 7. On the ground, here's Henry. Up the sideline to the 40. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. 1st down, Baltimore.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They're going to go right back to Henry. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Sending a receiver right. On play action, here's Jackson. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Slot man in motion left. He'll try to run for it. He will have a Ravens 1st down. They wind up gaining 8 on 3rd and 4.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll run it with Henry. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
They'll go again here with Henry. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
If this was just one guy dominating them up front, there's a lot of things that you can do. You can chip them. You can double team them. You can start sliding the offensive line and pass protection his way, trying to slow him down. But this has been coming from a lot of different spots, and right now it just looks to be a breakdown in the protection, and they have no answer on how to stop it.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Dolphins offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Marlon Humphrey, the man there to break that one up.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Third and 5. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Pistol formation with Jackson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Jackson now. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
What we're seeing here this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Jackson out of the pistol. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Jackson now on 2nd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Miami after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. We'll try to get this one on the ground.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. Oh, not a good throw there. That's a across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
The Ravens offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll motion a tight end right. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
A first down throw for Jackson. He's going to keep it himself. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. From the gun, Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Jackson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. And this will be from 42 yards out. His kick is good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Washington now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. That's to the outside. He's got Smith. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, here's Tua. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Tua.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read 1, read 2, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
And he's going to get the first down. He is up past the 35-yard line.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
On the give, here's Henry. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down. Now Jackson. Off he goes. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
They'll motion over Flowers. Off the play fake. Jackson. He'll get this out to the left flat. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing Jackson. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on 3rd down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give them credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the 1st down.
The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This from 34 yards. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Ravens will extend their 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting set to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They put the tight end Brown in motion. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. First and 10. To throw is Tua. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Now he'll run. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
Here's Tua now on second down. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action, it's Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Jackson now to throw on first down. That's caught. It's the tight end, Andrews. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. Lamar going to work from the pistol. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. A tight end in motion now. On play action, here's Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
On third down, Jackson. trouble, and down he goes.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Ravens bring their punt team out. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. On the return, here's Washington. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Tua. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up 3rd down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
He's going to look downfield once again. That is caught. What a throw. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can. And when you connect, it is a thing of beauty. And in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dolphins are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. Second and 7. Jackson looking to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now Jackson, this a design run. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
3rd and short, and you come up with a big stop, taking the ball carrier down for a loss. Now you put yourselves in a position to hopefully get the ball back and give your offense a chance to go down there and take the lead.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Now a first down throw for Tua. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
He's got his man. It's Hill. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Achane. And a determined run there. He gets about 7 yards inside the 10-yard line. So here comes Jason Sanders in a big spot. This to tie things up here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the 4th quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a second down. Now, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The home team's offense ready to take over once again. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. And this defense having nothing of it. They get them down for a loss on the play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
From the gun, here's Tua. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and now it's going to be third down. Back to throw is Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. Important punt here in this tie game late. Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. A first down throw for Jackson. Quick throw, taken in, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll motion over Flowers. Play action now, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Going to go off tackle this time to the left. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. A design run here with Jackson.
And a nice job there defensively on third down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the first down.
We're about ready now for the punt. He's on to punt it for the fourth time tonight. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa making their way back out. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. He keeps it himself.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Hill brought in motion. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Third down, 3 to go. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. Sending it deep for Waddle. He's got it! And he will go all the way. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Sanders here for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Dolphins will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready to get back to work. They clear by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Henry, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Slot man in motion right. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. from the gun, Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Second down, Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. And the crowd a major factor now as we get to third down. To the air one more time with Jackson. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
The pressure intensifies for fourth down and 3. They'll run for it with Henry.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of picking up this fourth down when I've got big old Derrick Henry in the backfield. So what an unbelievable job by this defense coming up with a huge fourth down stop.
The Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Here's a third and 10. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Ravens offense ready to take over possession of the football. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's first and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. They'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
Jackson now on second down. He'll tuck it and take off. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll bring up second down.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. The throw on the run is complete, and they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Jackson up top again. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
Again, it's Jackson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into all but over, that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
One last shot now for Jackson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish as this one will come to an end. So, fins up. It's a win for the Dolphins. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.